So it might feel as if we're a little bit heavy these days, and that has a lot to do with the climate. It has a lot to do with the weather. It also has a lot to do with what we might be carrying from the past 11 months. That heaviness that you might be feeling within your body is directly related to the outer elements. We can start to feel a little lethargic, a little kapha oriented in our body. And kapha is the dosha related to earth and water. We're going to be in kapha for about 6 months. We're shifting from vata, that energy of the winds. When the winds kick up in the fall, we can feel a little anxious, a little overly taken up with what our thoughts are, hurtling towards the future, anxious oriented. The winds kick up the mind. And then when we shift to kapha, we get very heavy in our bodies. And then we become a little sedentary, a little colder climate. Kapha extends for 6 months. So it's really important for us to manage our fire, our element of digestion, which is related to Manipura chakra. And one of the greatest ways to make sure that we're balancing all of the elements in our bodies, all of the elements associated outside of us in material world, materiality, earth, water, fire, air, and space. We have all of those elements within us. Those greater, what we call the mahabhutas, great bhutas elements are very important to make sure that they're balanced. If we're too revved up, kind of like summer energy, we're not very grounded. If we are too much in the mind, we might not feel as if we can get anything done because we're over-occupied in the mind. If we feel a little too heavy, a little waterlogged, which tends to happen in the spring, where it's that wet, humid kapha, where the snow is melting, but it's not quite lush ground. We can't control the outer elements wherever we are, but we can control the inner elements. So let's find a comfortable seat. We'll take a round today of Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril breathing. That's to balance the right and left brain hemispheres. And then we'll go into what we call bellows breath, Bhastrika pranayama. What that does is it helps to unlock what we call Kundalini Shakti, or our coiled energy, which is usually stuck and dormant in the base of the spine. This helps to rev it up, uncoil it, so that way our consciousness begins to rise. And I'll talk you through all of this. We'll do a little bit of a mudra today as it rises up. We'll hook the thumbs at the top, extend, do triple lock, Jalandhara Bandha, chin, belly, and root chakra. Retain the breath, release it all the way down. We'll take that a second time, and this time we'll take parjalani mudra. Again, I'll talk you through it. We'll take the thumbs inside whatever flesh you have. We want to grab it today. So the thumbs are going to go, this is where my hip bones are. We want to go a little bit higher than the hip bones. I'll stand up so you can see. So if this is where my hip bones are, you're going to go right where the abdomen is, low abdomen. You'll clamp and grab whatever you've got. And then from there, with the second round of Bhastrika, we'll draw the chin, retaining the breath, moving the chin up and down. That's called parjalani mudra. That helps Kundalini Shakti to uncoil and go straight up. By that time, you should be nice and alert, and our flow will take us into beautiful expression today of what feels right for you. Let's find a comfortable seat. If you don't have a cushion or bed pillows or blocks, you can use books or anything that you have at home. Just take a moment, close your eyes. We'll take index fingers and thumbs to touch, rest them on the backs of your knees. You don't have to sit like me. Just find some place where your spine is nice and tall, your tongue is relaxed. We'll take our right hand and we'll close the index and middle finger down. Take your right ring finger, close and block your left nostril. Let's inhale through the right nostril. Close and block that right nostril, gentle retention. Exhale out through the left. Inhale through the left. Close and block. Exhale through the right. Continue this pattern, breathing in through the right, gently retaining, closing and blocking. Exhale out for the left. You're looking for the ratio 1-1-1 here. 1 count to inhale, 1 to close and block, 1 count to exhale. You can start to increase that ratio from 1-4-2. 1 count to inhale, 4 times as long to retain the breath without overstraining, and half the amount to exhale. The next time you exhale through the right nostril, no rush at all. Float your right hand, index finger and thumb to touch on top of your right knee. And just pause here for a moment, keeping the eyes closed. And just notice any subtle shifts you might be feeling just from taking that alternate nostril breath. If you feel as if this is enough for you, you are welcome to just sit here, just letting your body be balanced. If you feel like you're a little anxious or overstimulated or suffer from anxiety, you're gonna skip Bhastrika. If you are taking Bhastrika pranayama today, have blink the eyes open. Two options for you. You can reach the arms out into a V, thumbs point up, all four fingers point in, or you can interlace your fingers, rest them on your belly, helping to pump the abdomen. Bhastrika sounds as if you are blowing out a birthday candle through the nostrils, and the inhalation and the exhalation are both equally matched. Sounds like this. Different from Kapalabhati breath. So matching both the inhalation and exhalation, we'll take this 27 times. Take a smooth breath to inhale, exhale and begin to pump. Take a smooth breath to inhale. Reach the arms up overhead, lace your thumbs. Draw your chin to your chest, retaining the breath. Feel a subtle lift of your pelvic floor, Mula Bandha. Abdomen draws in and up, Uddiyana Bandha. Just concentrating the breath without straining. Exhale through the nostrils. Release the locks. Let the backs of your hands float to the tops of your knees and float your chin up. The beauty of taking pranayama is not only does it draw the senses inward, what we call pratyahara, but it gives us agency and awareness of knowing I'm good, I don't need any more, or I feel really balanced. So sometimes less is more. Close the eyes and invite yourself now into your own body, into your own realm, studying yourself, svadhyaya. And if this feels like it's enough, you're gonna skip the second round of Bhastrika. If you feel like you need one more, we're gonna interlace the fingers either at the belly, or you can take the arms wide out into a V, that's personal preference. We'll inhale a part of the way, belly pushes out, and begin to pump 27 times. Making sure both the inhalation and exhalation are equal. Take a smooth breath to inhale. Thumbs are gonna go inside where the hip is. Retain the breath, clamp the flesh, whatever you have. Draw your chin down. Retaining the breath, start to move your chin slightly up and slightly down. This helps to release the fluid within the spine and helps to awaken the consciousness at the base of the spine, dormant energy, so that it rises through the spinal column. Float your chin up, release the locks, exhale the air out, backs of the hands to the tops of the knees. And just notice any subtle shifts you might be feeling within your own body. These kriyas are handed down from teacher to student, and they're very potent, passed from sages and gurus through the ages. Just take a moment and notice how you're feeling within your own body. Begin to move a little bit on the breath here. Inhale, stretch the arms wide. Feel free to keep the eyes closed. Lift the heart, lift the gaze. Exhale, interlace your fingers round the spine. Drawing your focus inward, nothing to see here. Move like this a few times on your own. Stretch the arms wide, face looks up. Exhale, draw the chin towards your chest. Don't worry about how fast or slow you're moving. Just take this a few more times on your own. Healthy spine helps us to add years to our lives, not just life to our years. Next time you round forward, reach the arms straight up without rushing. Press your palms high, root your tailbone down. Take a moment here, stretch the arms as best as you can. Little twist over to the right side. Left hand to the outer part of that right knee, right hand behind you. Prop yourself up. Take a smooth breath here to inhale. As you exhale, wrap your ribs around the axis of the spine without forcing. Just creating some space there. Right arm's gonna go long by the ear, little side bend over to the left side. Right hand's gonna cross to the top of the left knee, rock back to your sits bones, breathe between the shoulder blades. Tilt your pelvis forward, lift the elbows, maybe the arms go towards the shoulders. Pause here. If you're feeling any tightness, if your shoulders are tight, if your thoracic spine is tight, the upper back, the neck, this is where you're gonna hang out. Depending on your body, you might be able to go back to back or palm to palm. This is not a goal. And if you're struggling and your fingers are fighting, you are no longer in ease, in calmness, in steadiness. You're creating more stress in your body. Right? The law of least effort. We don't have to force anything. We just have to align. It starts right here. Are you aligning or forcing your body? Release the arms. Take a smooth breath, inhale. This time, interlace your fingers the opposite way. Press your palms high, root that tailbone down. On your exhalation, gentle twist to the left side. Right hand to the outer part of that left knee. Left hand behind you. Find the length of the spine here. And then wrap the ribs around the axis of the spine. And just notice you might be forcing, overdoing it. Every single one of us has a natural boundary, a hard edge. And for some of us, that looks very different, right? I have scoliosis, so one side of my spine, one side of my body is a little bit more open or a little bit more conditioned. When we push past our boundaries, we're creating harm. So find that place where you can breathe easily and then stretch that left arm long by the ear. Root your left hip down. Breathe into the armpit. Breathe into the upper ribs. Breathe into what's opening up. Left hand over to that right knee. Cross at the elbows, rock back and feel your shoulder blades separate. Tilt your pelvis forward, lift the elbows, maybe the hands reach the shoulders. Close the eyes. One side doesn't have to look like the other side. You have any shoulder immobility or anything that you're working with, ask yourself, where can I love myself into my practice today rather than forcing? Back to back or palm to palm if it's available to you. This is not a goal. The shapes that we make with our bodies through ease create spaciousness or gateways, portals for consciousness to arise. What's there? What's inside of you? What's awakening? What's dormant that needs to be awakened? If you force it, then you're not listening. So find that place today where you can be at ease, at harmony, and homeostasis within. Release the arms, circle the arms around and up. Take a smooth breath to inhale. Then press your palms down the midline of your body, pausing at your heart center. And just feel the merging of this duality, opposites, right? We are the union of opposites. We are the union of duality. We have yang energy and yin energy, masculine, feminine, solar and lunar, action and being. So how can you invite that balance into your practice in this moment? We'll chant the sound Om. I invite you to chant it with me, or you can simply receive. Let's take a deep breath to inhale. Backs of the hands to the tops of the knees. Draw your chin towards your chest. Half blink the eyes open. Let's come up onto hands and knees. We'll take 5 rounds of cat-cow. You'll stack your hands underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips. Broaden across your chest and collarbone. Take a smooth breath to inhale. On your exhalation, let your belly pull back into your spine. Don't worry about how fast or slow you're moving. If anything, I'm going to encourage you to stretch your breath, right? So stretching your inhalation, face looks up, Listen for the sound sa, the sound of pure intelligence moving through you. Exhale, listen for the sound hum. Distribution of that intelligence, feel your joints become spacious. Feel free to close the eyes. There's a whole world that is inside of us. Many times we avoid it because when we are awake, we feel like if we are in FOMO. My eyes are not peeled on what's happening, then I'm missing out. The reality of this practice is that it invites you into the inner realm. You have those pockets where maybe you'll glance up at the screen, because I'm just here to guide you. But the true magic is happening on the inside. What's inside of you? We'll come to neutral spine, no rush at all. Walk your hands a little bit in front of your shoulders. Tuck your toes underneath you, and with resistance, take your hips up and back out of gomukhasana. It's your first down dog. Pedal your heels out. Shake your head side to side, maybe even trill your lips. And we'll start to move a little differently today. Let's take that right leg straight up and back, all 5 toes like you're pushing into a wall. Step your right foot in between your hands, help it up. Take your right arm up to the ceiling, little twist here. Gaze up at that right thumb. Right hand's gonna circumduct, find your blocks, hands to blocks, grow your spine long on the inhalation. Exhale, step that back leg forward to a nice flat back, padottanasana. Exhale, belly towards your thighs, keep a generous bend on your knees. Interlace your fingers behind the small of your back. If your palms are open, close them. If they don't quite close, you will use your strap. If you don't have a strap, you'll grab a towel, a tie, a belt, something, so that way you're not forcing your body, but you're feeling at home, at ease. Let your tongue drop to the bottom half of your mouth. And see if you can surrender by shaking your head side to side, letting go of any image that you think you need to look like, any Instagram photo, any YouTube photo, any whatever it is, of someone telling you that you need to look a certain way in yoga. Yoga is yoking all the parts of you inside. Switch the crossing of the fingers by moving one finger over. Now shake the head, yes. Affirming to yourself, I'm exactly where I need to be, in my body, in my mind, and my spirit. Release the hands, draw your chin towards your chest, and slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. Palms face forward, samastiti. Just take a moment. Stand in your own power. Circle the arms around and up. Inhale, Bhastrika. Exhale, belly towards your thighs, uttanasana, standing forward fold. Inhale to lengthen your spine, ardha. Nice flat back here. You're gonna step that right leg way back. Let your left leg meet your right and come to plank pose. Now pause here for a moment. Few options. Gonna lower your knees down. I'll show that version. Slow chaturanga. Draw the elbows back, belly down to the earth. Resist, 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 resist here. Untuck the toes, lift the heart. Back of the neck is long, baby cobra. And exhale. Without forcing, without straining. Squeeze your shoulder blades in, lift your heart, back of the neck is long. Maybe the hands lift up. If it's too much, put it back down. Feel your back muscles, those muscles that hold your spine in place. Feel them light up. Exhale, release. Yogi's choice here, you can keep your hands underneath your shoulders, lift through upward facing dog where the thighs come off of the earth, or stay with one of those 2 cobras. Exhale, back to downward facing dog, either moving through table pose, modified plank, however you need to get there. Or can you be creative? Let's take a smooth breath to inhale. Open up your mouth and sigh that breath out. Seal the lips, inhale, take that left leg straight up and back, all 5 toes like you're pushing into a wall. Nice big stretch here. Exhale, that left leg steps in between the hands, help it up. Left arm's gonna reach up to the ceiling, little twist here. Stack the joints, gaze up at that left thumb. Keep drawing the left hip back, the right hip forward. Circumduction, left arm circles all the way down, hands to blocks. Grow your spine long. Exhale, right leg steps next to left, flat back. Exhale, belly towards your thighs, uttanasana. One more time, interlace your fingers. Palms together or use your strap. Important to seal the palms.
Roughly a quarter, around 25% of the brain's motor cortex is dedicated to hand movement.
Right? So it helps to balance the brain hemisphere. When the palms are apart, they're not balanced. Switch the crossing of the fingers by moving one finger over. And shake your head side to side, maybe even trill your lips. Release the hands. Slowly roll up, tuck your chin towards your chest, one vertebrae at a time, palms face forward. Take a moment, see how that feels. Circle the arms around and up. Inhale, Urdhva. Exhale, standing forward, fold belly towards the thighs. There is no rush. Can you find pleasure? Inhale, lengthen the spine with the breath in your body. Step that left leg way back. Hands to the ground, step the right leg to meet the left. Pause, plank pose. Remember, you can do this as modified. I'll show modified version here. Knees come down. Untuck the toes, draw the elbows back. Chaturanga Dandasana, belly towards the earth. We'll take two-part cobra. Inhale, lifting on the breath. Back of the neck is long. Feel the heart lengthen. Exhale, release. Squeeze the shoulder blades, toes press down, lift the heart, lift the hands maybe. Feel your back muscles engage. If it's too much, back off. Release. Stay with one of those two cobras. Maybe shift into up dog if it's part of your practice, or if you've been practicing cobra and your body feels ready, not at the extent of causing pain or harm in your body temple. Release. We all eventually meet in downward facing dog. Think of asana as a moving prayer within ourselves. So pulled out, we're not actually practicing yoga. Let's take this and move on the breath here. Inhale, right leg straight up and back. Exhale, right leg in between the hands, help it up. This time we're gonna lower left knee down. Take a smooth breath. We're gonna take your left hand to the outside of your right toes on a block. 3 different heights for that block. Now, as you notice, you can see that my left shoulder is all the way up to my ear. I have very long arms for my body. You need to adjust. Again, the second height does not serve me. It's best for me with my anatomy for my hand to be outside. If you need to place your hand on a block, do so. Take that right arm up. Tuck your back toes, left toes. Maybe you'll lift the knee up. This is not a goal. Step by step. Where am I today? Where's my body today? Right hand comes down. Step back to downward facing dog. Smooth breath in, open up the mouth. Sigh it out. Left leg reaches up. Left foot in between your hands, help it up. Right knee comes down to the earth. Same thing here. Right hand's gonna go to the outside. Now notice, if I go to place my block here, my shoulder is collapsing, right? I have long arms. Find the place that feels right for you. Right hand to the outside on a block, depending on your body. Left arm reaches up. Stack the joints. Option to tuck right toes. Option to lift right knee. One straight line here. Left hand comes down to the earth. Step back to downward facing dog, one breath at a time. Walk the inner ankles together, lift your heels, wave through your spine, stack your shoulders over your joints. Your choice here, you can lower halfway down Chaturanga Dandasana or all the way down, belly to the earth, choosing either upward facing dog or staying with one of the cobras. Right, so I'm demoing that right now. I chose modified plank. I'm taking one option of baby cobra. We're all going to meet eventually in downward facing dog. Now let's take that a few more times. Muscle memory is really important with the body, especially when we calibrate with the breath. Inhale the right leg straight up and back. Exhale, right foot in between the hands, help it up. Left knee comes down to the earth. Left hand to the outside of the right toes on a block for your body. Right hand reaches up. Option to stay here, option to tuck left toes, lift left knee. Take a smooth breath in. Exhale, step back to downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg straight up. Exhale, left foot in between your hands, help it up. Right knee comes down to the earth. Find your balance, find your steadiness. Sthiram Sukhamasana. Right hand to the outside of the left toes. Maybe on a block. Left arm reaches up. Tuck your right toes. Maybe lift that right knee. Not at the extent of losing the breath. Left hand comes down. Step back to down dog. Yogi's choice. You can stay here, pausing for a moment. Or if you're used to practicing with me, Chaturanga, up dog, down dog, or stay with one of the 3 cobras. If you don't know what any of that means, you're just gonna stay in your down dog. You're gonna release the breath. You're gonna trust that where you are is exactly where you need to be. Take a nice smooth breath to inhale. Take that right leg straight up. Roll your right leg on top of your left. Stack your joints. Bend your right heel over to that left side. Pour your weight into your right hand so the arms and the shoulders are balanced. Right leg gonna go in between your hands. Left foot is going to seal down to the earth. Right hand to a block on the outside of the right side baby toes. That's gonna help you. Open up left arm long by the ear and then bring right hand to the top of your right side thigh. Extended side angle. Step by step here. Feel a little lift of your pelvic floor. And maybe take that right hand off of your right side thigh. Lift that right arm up. Find your warrior two. Take a moment, settle into your body. Right palm flips up, peaceful warrior, inhale. Straighter bent leg. Exhale, extended side angle. Right hand to the top of the right thigh, left arm long. Take this 2 more times, moving to the rhythm of your breath. No rush here. Just getting inside your body. Now, why is it important for us to take these asanas, to take these shapes? Because when we're moving with the breath, it's calibrating and balancing the meridians of the body, the right and left side. So it's not mundane and it's not being thrown away. So just do the best that you can today by reaching that right arm up, straighter bent leg, seeing where you are in this moment. And then exhale, left arm long by the ear. We're gonna pause here. Take a moment to bring that left hand to the top of the left hip, right hand to the top of your thigh or your shin bone, lengthen your front leg. Find your triangle pose. Now lean back, stack your shoulders, stack your joints. Feel a subtle lift of your pelvic floor. Bring your left hand to the top of your left shoulder, look up at the elbow. Maybe unfold and stack the joints. Take a moment here, bring that left hand back to your hip, rebend that right knee, come to right low lunge. Pause. Right toes are gonna turn out 45 degrees. Left knee is gonna come down to the mat, either on a blanket or down to the ground. Left hand's gonna go off the mat out to the side. Untuck the toes. Right hand's gonna go to the inside of your right thigh, not on the knee. Open up that right side inner thigh, inner groin. This might be a good place to pause. Now, there's no goal here. If this feels good for you, stay here. Some of you that have been practicing with me for a few years, a while, however long, you might bring that left forearm down to the earth. You might take the right hand behind you. Again, there is no goal here. Some of you might be able to call the left foot towards the right hand, revolving at the spine. Again, there is no goal here. It's not about causing harm in the body. It's about causing harmony. So there's a big difference between if you're feeling like you can breathe and feeling at ease and joyful in your body versus, I want to hop out of this pose. This feels miserable. You actually have agency over that. It's not the pose and it's not me. So taking responsibility, where do you need to ease up? Release this left leg if it's bound. Release the back hand if it's released, if it's pointed back. Right hand's gonna come underneath right shoulder. Left hand underneath left shoulder. Right toes face forward. Now pause here for a moment. Open up this left leg. Flex the toes up. Skandasana. Important for this right heel to be down. Some of you might need a block, or might need to place this right forearm on top of your right thigh. That hurts my body to show that, so you need to do what causes harmony in your body. Some of you might be able, depending on your body, to take this down. Left arm, index finger and thumb reaches up. Right arm, index finger and thumb extends. This is not a goal, this is not an end product. Where do I feel harmony in my body? Step by step. Hands press down to the earth. Take your time. Lengthen your legs. All 10 toes turn in, heels turn out. Smooth breath to inhale. Pasarita, padottanasana. A fan pose. Long word for fan pose. And there are 5 different versions of it. So the heels are gonna press out. Now, if your hands have a hard time reaching the ground, resist the urge to widen your legs. Use the different heights of the blocks. So you can bring your hands underneath your shoulders on the blocks, second height, third height. If your hands come down to the earth, you're welcome to take that variation. And of course, if headstand is part of your practice, you can invert. Give you that option. There is no goal. One option isn't better than the other. When the head is below the heart, it helps to bring that downward energy up and the upward energy down. See if you can keep a little bend in the knees. See if you can maybe trill the lips and even shake the head. Now, for those of you that maybe like to problem solve, if you think you might be releasing the back of your head, if you think you're missing out on something, you have FOMO and you gotta know what's going on, can you look through your legs to see the ceiling? That's actually allowing you to really release the back of the cervical spine. Now, what that's also going to do is shift the weight. You're gonna go from the back of your heels, if that's where you were, kind of balancing in between the ball mound and the heel. Feel a little lift of your pelvic floor here. If you're flying, bring your feet down to the earth. Feel a little lift of your pelvic floor. Hands are gonna go to your hips. You're gonna slowly rise. Come straight up. And pause here. Draw the shoulder blades in. Lift the heart. Lift the gaze. Stick your tongue out of your mouth. Turn your right toes to face forward. Find warrior 2. Open it up. Right palm faces up, peaceful warrior. Nice big breath here. Reverse cartwheel your hands, step back, down dog. Pause, option to stay, option to flow. Where are you in this moment? What do you need for harmony in this moment? What feels good in your body in this moment? The beautiful thing about practicing yoga is we always have another side. From our downward facing dog, no rush at all. We'll take that left leg straight up and back. We'll roll your left hip first on top of your right. Anchor into the hands. Draw your shoulders and the armpits down. Bend your left heel over to that right side. See if you can calibrate that both hands have equal amount of pressure so you're not overextending and putting the pressure into just the right hand. Left foot in between your hands, help it up. Place a block to help you to the outside of your left baby toes, and then draw that right heel down to the ground. So step by step. Right arm's gonna go long by the ear, and then draw that left hand, so step by step, left forearm on top of your left thigh. Nice long straight line here. And then press down on the baby toes. So press down the outer right toes. Take a moment, feel a little lift of your pelvic floor. This is gonna help you engage your core. Little lift of Mula Bandha. Maybe that left arm reaches up. If you've held your breath, you're no longer in yoga. Press the arms down, come to warrior 2. Flip that left palm, peaceful warrior. Find the fluidity. Breathe into the left side meridian, Ida and Pingala. Exhale, extended side angle. Nice big circle here. Right arm long by the ear. Take this a few more times. It's serving purpose. It's not just moving through peaceful warrior or, oh, I've done this a million times. You're opening up the meridians of the body. You're opening up Ida Nadi, which is the nadi associated with the lunar side, left brain hemisphere. Opening up Pingala Nadi. Nadi in the right side of the brain hemisphere. Solarizing aspect of our meridians. Serves purpose. Asana is a gateway, just like pranayam is a gateway. Next time you come to extended side angle, I want you to pause here. Bring your right hand towards your hip, and then slowly feel that little lift of your pelvic floor first. Rather than everything dropping out, feel a little lift, and then slowly keeping your shoulders stacked. Maybe that left hand goes to your shin bone, your thigh, wherever you can reach. It's not about reaching down to the ground. It's about opening up your shoulders and making sure that you can lean back so your spine has a beautiful, long gateway for that consciousness to arise. And step by step, bring your right hand in line with your shoulder. Look up at your elbow. Take agency over your facility. Stack your joints. This is an option. Wrists, fingers, elbows, shoulder in line. One straight line here. What feels good in your body? Little micro bend on that left knee. Right hand is gonna go to your hip. You're gonna come to left low lunge. Right hand's gonna move down to the earth. Lift your right heel up. Turn those left toes out. Lower that right knee. Finding the fluidity within your body is very much attuned to finding the fluidity of the breath. No one goes around breathing. That would be very weird. The inhalation and exhalation happens naturally, so we want to find that flow within the body as well. Option to stay here. You're gonna bring that right hand off to the side, little lift of your pelvic floor. Left hand's gonna go to the inside of that left thigh. Left toes are turned 45 degrees. You're gonna draw that left hip away from your body and spiral. So that's gonna open up the psoas. This might feel really good for some of you, depending on your facility. You might be able to bring that forearm down. Again, causing harmony in the body, not harm. If you've been with me for a while and you want to take that left hand back, here's an option. Index finger and thumb to touch, Giyan mudra. Step by step. Rome was not built in a day. Maybe that right leg comes effortlessly. If it's effortful, if it's forced, you are no longer in harmony. These things happen as easily as breathing. I'll say that again, because we did 2 pranayam, breathing techniques today. The shapes we make with our bodies are sacred portals, sacred gateways that are effortless. They unfold step by step. How does it unfold? By respecting where our bodies are. If that right leg was held, you're gonna release it. If that left arm was behind you, you're gonna bring it down. Either way, step by step, left toes face forward. Lift that right leg up. Turn your right toes to face up. Notice both hands are on the ground for now. Some of you might need blocks to bring that right arm up and lean back. Some of you might need to be on your thigh. Skandasana. Very important that the left heel is down. This feels good in my body temple. This is not a goal for anyone. This might not feel good for someone else. Take a smooth breath here to inhale. And then bring the hands down. Slowly, little lift of the pelvic floor. Hands come down to the earth. Turn your toes in again. Leave your heels where they are. Smooth breath, inhale, lengthen the spine. This time, we walk the hands forward. Wide-legged down dog. Pausing where you are in that wide leg down dog. Some of you might want to invert. You know, I don't demo headstand anymore because of cervical issues on my neck. However, you might have seen this option. You can always use an apparatus to invert if you'd like. This just helps to take the pressure off of the neck. Again, especially if you have any cervical issues. I have scoliosis, all of that wonderful stuff that you don't have to worry about. And if you do have to worry about it, talk to me, send me an email, send me a message. You always have the option to invert with an apparatus, becoming adept at what you need. Walk your hands slowly back underneath you. Rise through a flat back and turn your left toes to face forward. Find your warrior 2. Reach that left arm long by the ear. Nice big breath here. Release the arms. Press back to down dog. Yogi's choice here. You can pause in downward facing. You can take a flow. You need a little bit more movement in your body. Chaturanga, up dog, down dog. Stay with one of the cobras. Downward facing dog. We'll draw the knees down to the earth and we'll take bull seat today. So we'll draw our right knee in between our hands from table pose. Cut your right leg over to the left side just a little bit. I'll stay here for a little so you can watch. Left knee behind the right. The heels are outside of the hips. Now, as you sit back, you might need a block, you might need a bolster, might need a cushion. So you're not sitting on your heels. The heels are outside. You want to make sure your pelvis is level. From here, you can take peace sign fingers, yogic toe lock, hold on to your toes. This might be a great place for some of you to simply stay. And some of you might start to fold it forward. Right? We don't have to take every option that's offered to us. I always say a vinyasa class is like a buffet. And then close the eyes. Sometimes when we think we know, we're hopping up and down and all around and not allowing the energy to be calibrated, to be directed. So where can you now stabilize and ground the energy within yourself without attaching, without identifying, without trying to do and make. That's very hard. It takes a lifetime of practice. This is why we keep showing up. So we practice. You are not this body. You are not this practice. You are not even your name or your job. You are unbounded. You're limitless. You are pure potential energy. Infinite possibilities, infinite different ways. Take a smooth breath to inhale, and slowly, if you're folded forward, start to come back up. If you're in yogic toe lock, take a moment here. We'll take the arms out to the side. Left thumb points down. Reach the arm up. Take that right arm way behind you. Maybe that right hand reaches back. Maybe you bend that left elbow. Remember, you can always use your strap to keep that line of energy. Or if you happen to have a long ponytail that happens to be in the shape of a braid behind you, you can always use that as well. Right? Use the props to help you. And then release the arms. We'll take a few shoulder shrugs here. Up, around, and back, up, around, and back, up, around, and back. Hands underneath your shoulders, shift your weight forward, uncross your legs, first the left knee, uncross the right, come back into table. Pause in neutral spine. Draw that left knee in, splay it out to the side, cut the right knee behind the left. Sit back onto your seat. Maybe on this side you need a bolster, a blanket, a block. Whatever you need, give yourself the tools that you need. Peace sign fingers, yogic toe lock. Hold on to the big toes. And just sit in the seat of yourself. Close the eyes. I'll give you this visual. If you've ever seen a throne, usually we think that, oh, if I sit in a throne, then I feel regal. The first seat that we sit in when we're awake, when we consciously open our eyes, is the seat of our bodies. When we take any seated asana, such as a seated pose like this, bull seat, can you emulate sitting in your seat and holding that autonomy, holding your sovereign power without needing to sit in a throne? The throne is you. Maybe some of you will fold forward. So if you're sitting in the throne of yourself, would you slouch forward? Have you ever seen monarchy slouch in a throne? You are royalty. The royalty you're serving is you. So where can you, within the throne of your body, emulate grace? Cause harmony, not harm. Spaciousness, ease. Take a smooth breath to inhale wherever you are, letting that land. Exhale, slowly come back up, no rush at all. Arms stretch out to the side, right thumb points down, reach the right arm up, bend the right elbow. Left thumb points down, send it way back so the shoulder blades move in. Maybe you'll hold on to your braid, like I am, your towel, your strap, your belt. One side is always a little bit more user-friendly than the other. It's not about the hands reaching each other. Can you maintain space for an apple between chin and chest? Can you sit in your own throne in this moment with ease, with poise, with dignity? Release your hands. Hands towards your shoulders. We'll move the shoulders forward this time. 3 times. Take the lazy way out. We'll rock back to our seat. We'll uncross the legs. A little release for the arms and the hips. We'll slide our hands back towards our hips, a little bit further back. Press your feet down, reverse table. Keep your drishti, your gaze, slightly in front of you. You might feel your biceps opening up. You might begin to extend one foot, making sure the soles of the feet are on the ground, then the other. Again, if this reverse plank is too much for you, come back to a place where there's harmony, not harm. Complete the word. Release your hands, release your hips. Find dandasana, staff pose. And come back to that line of energy, that integrity. Just feeling yourself tethered from the inside, crown to base. Maybe take the arms up, toes peel back. In the world, but not of it. Roll down one vertebrae at a time. Take a moment here. Invite your knees into your chest. Taking happy baby pose, your variation of it. Close the eyes. Notice if the first response is to grab your feet and go to the maximum. Can you rock your crown back, lengthen your tailbone? Maybe hold on underneath the knees. Maybe the calves or the ankles. You don't always have to step on the gas pedal. The more we practice tuning inwards, svadhyaya, steady yourself and you will meet the divine, the more aligned you become to easily draw what best serves you so you can best serve others. We'll take our bolster today, or pillows if you have them, and place them underneath your thighs today. Thighs are where the back of the unconscious resides, so you'll support the backs of the thighs, one leg at a time. If you have a blanket you'd like to cover yourself with, I always recommend that. Any eye pillows, essential oils. Feel free to pamper yourself. Let your palms face up. Let your eyes close and roll back into their sockets. And let all the movement, let all the doing, let all the work, let that simply be. You don't always have to be efforting. And if the only time you rest is while you sleep, then you're already at a disadvantage. Scanning your body now. Let your feet be heavy, the ankles be heavy. And just visualize light moving through the soles of the feet, up through the ankle bones, lighting up the shin bones and calves, lighting up the knees and kneecaps, sparking through your thighs. Moving through the pelvis. Buttocks. Belly. Feel that light now softening the back ribs and bones. The chest. Feel that light up your heart. Move through the shoulders and down the arms. Feel that light radiate in the back of the throat, the jaw, the chin, the ears and ear canals, forehead, eyes, brain. Let it light up your brain hemispheres. Just connecting to the radiance that's inside of you that you've unlocked. It's bathed there. Om Priyambakaya Jamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanan Uvarukaiva Vardhanan Mrityormuksham Amrutata. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Triambakaya Jamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanan Uvarukaiva Vardhanan Mrityormuksham Amrutata. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Triambakaya Jamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanan Uvarukaiva Vardhanan Mrityormuksham Amrutata. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. It's feeling peace now with yourself, peace with others, peace with the very forces governing all life. Stretch your arms overhead, reaching one side longer than the other. Stretch the other side out. Take your time and slowly roll over to the right side, coming to fetal position. And take your time as you make your way to any comfortable seat, letting your head arrive last. No rush. Sitting in the throne of your own body. Press your palms towards your heart. Bow your head. Feel this merging of duality. Feel this merging of opposites. Imagination is what creates the life that we want to see in front of us. And it starts right here. The bridge, the heart center, is that gateway. So feel love for no reason, for all things, all beings, all experiences. And bow down to the wisdom and the light that is always accessible inside of you. Thank you so much for joining me. Hariom Om Tat Sat. Namaste. Seal your practice. Make a fist with the right hand, cover it with the left, press it below your navel, lean forward and feel that subtle lift of your pelvic floor. And then come straight back up, rooting your pelvis, rooting your energy within.